What's up, guys? Coach John Wojo here with JW Fitness, answering another question for you. All of a sudden, cellulite is more prominent on my legs and behind. Is it age? I thought it should reduce as you build more muscles. Well, cellulite is fat. Cellulite is what we call the dimple pattern of fat when it's pressed up against the skin. And the only way to get rid of it is to lose body fat. Now, you said it came on all of a sudden. Did something change in your diet? You say, shouldn't it reduce as you build more muscle? Well, building muscle from resistance training definitely helps your fat loss in the long term by preserving your muscle and or building more muscle tissue. However, fat loss and fat gain is directly related to your nutrition and your energy balance. So if you are building muscle, which is outstanding, but you're in a calorie surplus and you're also gaining fat, then the likelihood is that cellulite is not going to go anywhere as you build muscle. It might even increase. So you might be getting stronger, your muscles might be getting bigger, but your fat is also growing. So the idea is, and especially as we get older, it gets harder, you're going to have to make sure that your diet is in check, that you are indeed in a calorie deficit if that's your goal. If you're looking to lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And I know this horse gets beaten to death over and over again, but it is very difficult for just normal people, average people, to be building substantial muscle while at the same time losing a substantial amount of fat. You are much better off, and I will hold to this, you are much better off picking one goal at a time and pouring all your effort into that goal. So if you are trying to get leaner and that is your number one goal, take a period of time, a period of months out of the year where you are training for the express purpose of getting leaner, which means your training doesn't change all that much, aside from the fact that maybe you're not going to have the energy to do as much volume as you normally would. It's not to say that you can't or won't gain a little bit of muscle while you're in a calorie deficit, assuming you have enough fat on your body to lose. But it's just not likely. You're just better off focusing on losing fat. The goal should be maintain muscle, lose body fat. And then when you've lost a body fat where you're happy with yourself, then you could take another period of the year, another 3, 4, 6 months, and focus on building muscle, which means being very careful with your nutrition, making sure you don't overconsume calories, and build muscle while understanding that it's likely you're going to gain a little bit of body fat. But it shouldn't be out of control. I think this is what the kids today call lean bulking, right? Whereas back in the day, it was just like, eat whatever you could get your hands on and just build as much muscle as possible. And then you just end up getting really big and strong, but also pretty chubby. And then you have to switch direction, and then you'd end up dieting to lose all that body fat, and in the process, lose a lot of muscle tissue. So we're trying to prevent both of those outcomes by being very carefully monitoring your nutrition so you can lose as much body fat as you can while maintaining your muscle, and then switch gears at some point in the year and go back to building muscle while you minimize the amount of fat that you will likely gain in the process. And doing that kind of over and over again continues to improve your body composition over time to where you're extremely lean, and when you build muscle, yeah, you might gain a little bit of body fat, but you're still pretty lean. And then when you go to get leaner again, you're going to maintain that muscle and you're going to get shredded. And that just happens over the course of time as you become better at doing this. So back to answering your question again, just to summarize, yes, cellulite is fat. It's body fat that's pressing up against your skin. And yes, it's probably more prominent as you get older because we tend to, metabolism slow down, our hormones decrease, and we tend to store a little bit more body fat. And if you're not already doing a lot of resistance training, you might lose some muscle tissue due to age, and your body composition becomes less favorable. So yeah, the way to get rid of that is to train and diet. Be in a calorie deficit. Guys, I hope you appreciate the content. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you soon.